What is going on, my people? Welcome to Brad's Parlay of the Day. We got a big parlay today, man. It all comes down to this. It's the Super Bowl parlay. Chiefs versus the Niners. I know a lot of people wanted, the Lions or the Ravens or these other teams, but I truly think we have the two best teams in this Super Bowl, and I couldn't be more excited. I think it's a great matchup. For this parlay, I'm looking at player props. I'm just going to go give out 3 player props. I do have a pick in this game who I think is going to win. I think one of these teams has an incredible edge and is going to pull it out. And if you do want that pick as well as my other best bets for the Super Bowl, you can go to pickdawgz.com, click the premium pick section, or click the link in the description of below in this video, and you'll find all my plays there. But yeah, man, let's get right into it. And let's start with Christian McCaffrey, man. We got to start with Mr. McCaffrey here. I'm going over 18.5 rush attempts. I actually like this pick a lot. I think the Niners come into this game knowing that they'll need to run the ball consistently in this one. They know that they can't just put the ball in Brock Purdy's hands and say, hey, go beat the Chiefs. I think if they have that game plan like the Ravens did, not running the ball at all, I think they'll struggle in this game. And I believe Kyle Shanahan's a smart coach, and I think he'll realize that. So I think we see a massive workload for McCaffrey in this one. And I mean, McCaffrey, he was the best offensive player in the league this year. The guy's absolutely incredible. So I expect him to fully utilize him in this game. And I'm going to be surprised if McCaffrey got in the end zone a couple of times. I think he gets in for sure once. The odds are on it are crap, though. But that 2 touchdown, the odds aren't bad, and I could see McCaffrey getting in a couple times. But definitely liking his over 18.5 rush attempts. Next, we're going to keep going. We're going to stick with the stars, man. We're going Travis Kelce over 70.5 receiving yards. This is probably going to be one of the most public plays for tomorrow, but I feel confident in all Kelce player props in this game. He had somewhat of an off-regular season, but in these playoff games, he's came out in a big way. Last week he had 160 yards on 11 receptions. He's gone in over this number every single playoff game so far. Patty's not going to win this game throwing the ball to Kadarius Toney in MVS. I'm telling you that right now. Rashid Rice is a good weapon, but he's going to need to get the big fella involved. So I think we see Travis Kelce get a bunch of looks. 70.5 isn't that much. I can see him having this at the end of the third quarter. I can see Kelce having a 100-yard game here. And I also like Kelce to score a touchdown too. I think Travis Kelce to get in the end zone is a pretty safe play as well for a parlay piece. Last but not least, man, I'm going my boy Debo over 16.5 rush yards. I think this number is criminally low, very low. For Debo, he was kind of banged up all postseason. He had a couple weeks off. I think that rest was much needed for Debo. So I think we see Debo come out at full strength, and we all know Debo at full strength is no joke. And when it comes to Debo, I mean, he's so explosive, such a good athlete. He could get this in damn near one rush. The Chiefs, what they do lack too is rush defense. So I think Debo will get a few carries in this one. I think they will. I think Shanahan will mix it up, make it look like it's going to McCaffrey, and then boom, next thing you know, Debo's running around the whole damn field. So 16.5, I feel like is an absolute steal. I believe when these teams played a few years ago in the Super Bowl, he hit this number very easily. So I don't have the stats. I'm sorry, guys. But he did hit over this number. So I like Debo to get some rush yards. Like I said, I think this Niners team is going to be run-focused. And for that reason, I think McCaffrey and Debo have a game. So that's going to do it, man. Let's recap this parlay. First leg, McCaffrey over 18.5 rush attempts. Second leg, Kelce over 7.5 receiving yards. Last leg, Debo Samuel over 16.5 rushing yards. Man, I appreciate you guys watching this. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I'm excited for the game. It's going to be sad to watch football go. I'm currently recording this Saturday evening, and I'm just sweating out these college basketball games. Yeah, man, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure making these NFL videos for you guys every single day or every single Sunday, whatever it was. These are the ones we typically hit. You catch me on like an NBA night on a Tuesday, it's kind of tough. But you catch me on a Sunday NFL slate, we hit these. So, take what you want with that. With that being said, man, if you want to follow my Handicapper crew more closely, you can follow me on Instagram at BradWinsBest. I post all my wins and losses, other free picks, as well as my Pick Dawgz content as well. So go check that out. But most importantly, subscribe to Pick Dawgz on YouTube because we're just trying to help you guys with some money. I will catch you guys tomorrow.